I am with the hat of the Irish Citizen Army on me head, standing in front of the proclamation. Sure, I might as well be James Connolly himself. But actually, it's 2016. I'm here in the Gresham at the exhibition of 1916 material. This hat is worth €1,000. People have brought along their stuff to be valued. I wonder what else is worth €1,000. But people haven't only brought along belongings connected with Irish rebels, later seen as heroes. Some have possessions associated with the British Army.
My English grandfather was in the Sherwood Foresters.
Oh, right.
And he landed in Dunleary on the Friday and marched up through Mount Street and was involved in the Battle of Mount Street.
Goodness. Oh, my goodness.
And he was in Dublin for a week.
Right.
And then they were sent off to Longford and they marched across through Roscommon and what have you. And he was given a rosary by a woman who was trying to get her son released.
And do we know, did he ever actually find?
No, I don't know who he was.
No.
I don't know his name.
No, okay. It's one of those, I would put it into auction at maybe between €400 and €600 because of the connection to this chap.
Gosh.
And I think it's the kind of thing, if people really took a shine to, that you could have two bidders who would really like it and have a go at it. There's something really poignant about it. You know, the mother trying to find her son who's been caught up in this rising, and you know it's and going to one of the troops that are scouring her neighbourhood for Sinn Féiners, to try and help her out. It's a lovely, poignant story.
Well, Jane, is the stuff valuable?
It was fine. I brought 2 old magazines from the time of the Rising. I also brought a rosary beads which had been given to my English grandfather who was in the Sherwood Foresters, who were sent to Ireland, put 300 to 500 on it.
On the beads. And what about the magazines?
They were sort of around 100 to a little bit over.
And will you sell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you will? Out the door, God, great. So you're delighted with yourself.
Absolutely. Otherwise, they're just lying in the drawer at home and they could as easily be thrown out. When I'm dead and gone, they'd say, oh, throw that out.
Well, this is the thing, so you want to get a bit
So I'm sure somebody might treasure them now.
Very much an educating experience here. We actually found out that even the earliest oil depended on the public for a few quid. Have you got something fierce valuable in here now altogether?
Yeah, look at this now.
Is it shocking valuable indeed?
It's very valuable, yeah.
Yeah. Mother subscription to the Dáil loan. Were they borrowing money even in those days?
That's right, yeah. This belongs to my uncle that lived on the farm.
And he lent the money to the government in 1920?
He gave £2 to the Dáil loan in 1920.
Yeah?
And the Minister for Finance at that time was Michael Collins. So it's lovely to have. And this letter here is an offer of refunds of the money borrowed in 1920 from the parish of Mulla. This was a list of pupils' names in 1844. And the fees paid.
And the fees paid to the head schoolmaster, yes, indeed.
Yeah, that's the fees paid.
And that was on the same farm as the money was
Yeah, well, this
lent
is the
later,
farm. This farm showing the location of the head school on the farm. So.
Well, listen, I hope it all goes well for you.
I hope so too.
I'll talk to you
Yeah,
later.
maybe we'll have a drink afterwards.
Perhaps if you get a few bob out of it.
You never know.
Yeah, a really interesting document. Probably between, I'd have thought that's a €300 to €500 document, that document there.
Yeah, well, it would be interesting to selling because it's all part of the head school collection that I have.
Okay.
When the men set up the garrisons for the 1916 Rising, little did they know that a century later they themselves would be the links to the valuable items here today. Now, whether people decide to sell these gems for the big bucks or store them for sentimental value, one thing's for certain, they've been holding history in their hands.
We have campaign medals from the First World War.
Oh, you have medals as well, From the First World War?
From the First World War.
Ah, not from 1916 at all.
No.
So who are these from now?
Her great-granduncle.
What was his name?
Peter Doran.
My grandmother's brother.
Yeah, your uncle.
Granduncle.
Obviously he survived. And do you remember him?
Yes.
You do? And so he lived to be in a ripe old age?
Oh, he did. I was 18, I think, when he died, yeah.
And did he ever speak about it?
Not really.
No.
But unfortunately, I think when you're young, you're not interested in these things.
What's in the book?
Letters from Willie Pearce, letters from Erskine Childers the day before he was executed. There's also letters from a lady that served with Countess Markovich.
Value-wise, we're certainly looking into the thousands here, anywhere between 2,000 and 4,000. If we find the letter, for instance, from Erskine Childers, that could be worth that on its own. A medal group like that is going to make 200, 300 euros.
That's it. Guns, medals, newspapers, all stored in the attics of 1916. Well, I'm off home to look in mine. That's, of course, if my husband hasn't everything thrown out by now.